What's going on, fam? Shout out to everybody that's here. Y'all see the topic. Y'all know we about to get into it, so make sure you like the stream as you come in. I'm Plays Instrumentals. I'm going to come back on my commentary, all right? What's going on, people? Like the stream as you come in. I want to make sure that everybody is liking the stream as they come in. Shout out to La and Nick the Magnificent with the first super chats of the live stream. You know, I'm all but done speaking about these protests, which have turned into riots and looting. This is going to be my last time really speaking on it, but I just wanted to talk about the hypocrisy of these celebrities, you know? But this is going to be my last time addressing this. And I might as well just do it live. But salute to everybody that's here early. I appreciate it. The moderators, the chat members, the chat elite. And I just want to have one final discussion on this because I truly believe that this has no longer become a protest. But when you have celebrities who live in gated communities with security, mansions, they are far removed from their own people, telling others that it's okay to loot and rob your own community. Just don't come to mine. Ain't that what Cardi said? Now, I know that some people are going to support it because they don't care. They like chaos. So let me tell you something. Being a lover of chaos will get you nowhere. It would only destroy and consume you. I'm already seeing people consumed by emotion, but they're not going to do anything with that emotion that's going to help them long term. A lot of black people did exactly what these white liberals and the lamestream media wanted them to do, and that is get all emotional about this to the point to where they can't even think straight. They can't even think straight. Now you got all these businesses in your own communities that are just destroyed. Now I know that it ain't just black people, so I don't want people to think I'm just blaming them because you did have a lot of groups that infiltrated those protests and caused a lot of havoc. But the main issue I want to speak on is these celebrities. Again, these people who are far removed from people who look like them. And we're going to get into that. Let's see who's here. Ramir, True, ATL, and J Wolf, Omizzy, Nick the Magnificent, Shy, Mellow Bird, Laura, Richard, Brenton, Asa Judy, Renee, John Mark, Tamisha, Black Kaz, Shantia, Marcus, D-Stroke, Miami, Celeb, yes, Bino, Andre, and what's up? The Elements was good. Make sure y'all like the stream. Justin, what's up? I'm looking at all these so-called leaders. Problem, Kimberly, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about logic. I can't speak about logic and not be logical. It's who I am. It took a while for me to get to that point, but that's who I am. But I'm seeing a lot of people who are younger than me and a lot of these guys that are older than me who have lost all mental capacities. They are losing their minds, okay? In a situation that may get the justice that we all are looking for, but no one's given that opportunity to play out. And I want people to understand, if you don't gain anything, any type of laws being passed, anything that is substantially helpful to us, this is only going to be for nothing. It's going to be for nothing. And that's not what I want. Because if you're going through all of this you would hope that these people would gain something. But I have a feeling that nothing is going to be gained. When I look at some of these protests and you have more white people out there than black people, there's something else going on there. Shout out to Kimberly for also subscribing. And salute to the new people that may be here. You might see me on your recommends. I'm seeing a ton of non-black people out there. What are you marching for? You're not marching for black people. Let's get that straight. Okay? Because you'll be the same people who would not want black people living in your neighborhood, attending the same schools your kids go to. So you have to say to yourself, they're just there to cause chaos. They're just there to prove that they're utilizing their white privilege. Even though if there was no such thing as white privilege, those white people wouldn't be where they are. You know, going off of what other people are saying, right? So I just find it very interesting how you have these white people marching with black people, but they're only doing this because they want to utilize their white privilege. They want to put up posts on their Instagram. Look at the live stream I did yesterday. I posted up a stream clip today. You got these white females out here clout chasing, taking photos at these particular places, acting as if they done something, that they were there. Darlene, I see you. What's up? They didn't do anything but, go and get a photo op. Go and get a photo op. This has turned into a complete shit show. And it has a lot to do with the fact that we have no standards in regards to a community organizing together. We will organize with anybody. And a lot of those other people may not have our best interests at heart. Really, Chantel? Wow. Well, that's what they want to do. They want to unite the movements of the alphabet community and black people. They want to cling on to black people in order to get things for themselves. Look at the Obama years. Look at what was passed and what wasn't. Wasn't a lot passed for black people, even though black people are caping hard for him on Twitter. But that's what happens. Everybody uses black people to get something for themselves. And we're standing around mad and angry trying to figure out what happened. Well, what happened is we allowed everybody else to use us.
What I miss. I was at the Apple store.
Didn't miss much. I'm just getting started. Some commentary, Thank you, Laura. Laura, I put the link in the chat to the stream I put up today. So there's one thing I blame black people for being is being very ignorant and naive to what's going on around you, and just taking a look at the people who are around you who claim that they are marching for you. Just take a look around you. Why are they even there? When I listened to the mayor of Atlanta, right? When I listened to her, she made it a point to ask, why are you attacking the CNN building? CNN is helpful to us. No, they're not. They put out propaganda to get black people exactly how they are now, emotional and angry. That's the main thing. That's what a lot of these news organizations do. That's why I'm a big proponent of us being able to have independent news outlets that we can go and listen to other people who may look like us speak honestly about what's going on out here. Shout out to Rogue.
This is pay week. Lots of that loot will be in hair salons and barbershops.
If those places are up and running, we gotta look at it that way. Are those places going to be up and running? Shout out to Naima Bugner. Super chat, appreciate the support. But I mainly want to talk about these articles. As you can see, they had something yesterday. I know y'all heard about it, right, on social media. They had this whole blackout thing, right, where celebrities and I'm seeing people on my own timeline blacking out their profile pics, right? And I guess some of these celebrities took it as far as to put black squares on their, I guess they were tweeting it out. And I know Emma Watson got caught up. She got canceled because they're like, what are these black squares are for? It's like people look for anything to complain about. You know? Shout out to Genuine Trucker. Appreciate that, man. Look for anything to complain about.
The sad part is if you didn't have so many black folks that seek validation from Braden Becky, it wouldn't have been so easy for them to pull the okey-dome on black folks in the first place.
Yeah, they're going to pull the okey-doke on us because we continue to allow them to. We desperately want white validation. Black people love white people. You know, that's one of the things that you're not going to hear a lot, you know. But as far as like with this article goes, y'all see it with this blackout thing.
They looted a McDonald's in NYC. I heard Lizzo was there.
Well, apparently Lizzo and others are criticizing non-melanated people for not only blacking out their profile pics, but putting up black squares. Y'all know that the color black is a definition of us. So when they black out things, it's the definition. It's a total insult, but we go along with it because we love white people. Now, in this article, and let's see, well, this one is about the celebrities. The celebrities coming out supporting George Floyd, giving hundreds of thousands of dollars. Instead of them taking that money and building, community centers for the kids to go to, rebuilding some of these parks, making those living conditions in the black neighborhoods better. They just throw money at a situation, which I don't agree with. You need to take that money. Listen, just like when you got all these people who talk about they're going to start GoFundMe's for projects and y'all scrutinize them. Nobody never scrutinized these celebrities for throwing money at situations. Why y'all think that is? But every YouTuber that wants to start a GoFundMe, they're getting scrutinized. Y'all don't scrutinize these celebrities for throwing away money. Shout out to Lara. These celebrities always giving away money. What are they giving away money for exactly? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with the money? Why don't you take that money and build infrastructure in that community? You know why they're not going to do it? Because they're white liberal leaders are telling them not to. Basically, these celebrities donate money in order to sell dreams. That's all it is. It's not about bettering these communities. It's about public relations. It's about how to look good in the media. It's not about bettering the people's lives there. You have celebrities celebrating cars burning up, buildings burning up, until that karma met them. And then they want to get protective over their stuff. J.R. Smith, Chris Palmer, the NBA writer. Until it's their stuff, they're supportive of tearing up other people's stuff. And then they say, well, we're going to bail out the protesters. So you got Chrissy here who's donating $200,000. Other people are donating money to bail these people out. Now, mind you, these people could have done various amounts of things. They don't care. It's all about public relations. This shows you the height of the fear mob on social media. Y'all know I put a tweet out. Let me go to my Twitter real quick. I put out a tweet today, and I talked about how, most of these celebrities don't care about social issues. They just don't want y'all to go at them. They don't want y'all to cancel them. But for the most part, they could care less about how your community looks. They can care less about are people in that community getting the healthy lifestyle that they need. No, they just throw money at a situation, hope you don't bother them. They're willing to lose money in order for y'all to not bother them. But that money isn't doing anything
from all this chaos.
Well, the left does, Kimberly. I think the people on the hard left, the far left, they benefit from trying to get black votes. They benefit from trying to push the narrative that conservatives don't like black people. Trump is a problem, and y'all need to not vote for him. Look at how he's getting tough on protesters. You see how these cowards are hiding behind protesters? These same people who are defending the rioters are ignoring the fact that they are making the protests look worse. So when you have police who already have a tough enough job trying to contain this, they're having to cipher through peaceful people and the people doing crazy things. But I will tell you this, though. If people are peacefully protesting, nothing is happening to them. I can almost guarantee you. It is the people who in packs are going around messing up stuff, not understanding that they have cameras everywhere and they know exactly who you are. And sooner or later, you're going to get caught. Apple, the people at Apple say that they have trackers on those iPhones. So if you think that you're going to switch over to whatever new iPhone that you just stole, I'm sorry to tell you, once you put your information in there, you're done. You're done. A lot of that merchandise y'all stole, a lot of that stuff can be traced. Especially these high-end places, man. So a lot of these people aren't out the woodworks. So the people who are rioting, they're going to get caught up eventually, and there's going to be nobody there to bail them out. Yes, they're going to throw money at the situation to bail them out now, but for the most part, y'all going to be out of luck once the attention is no longer on this and you get seeing people getting rounded up. Now, with these celebrities like Cardi B, Tory Lanez, let me just say this about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez, it's cool to tell people that they should continue looting and that nobody should shame them and tell them to stop when you live in you're from a whole nother country. I don't know if you actually still live there in Canada. So you don't care either way. When did anarchy and chaos become something that should be tolerated and something that should be pushed? How are you going to live your life? It's when you live in a gated community behind walls, it's easy to look down upon everybody else who don't live in a nicer neighborhood as you, and you not care about what's going on there. If you actually support the tearing up of black communities, you don't care about that community. You don't. You don't care about it. You don't even invest in it. You just throw money at organizations where the people running those organizations are getting that money. That money ain't going to the people that you're donating it to. It's going to the people who are running those organizations first. It's going to their pockets first. And that's what people don't want to hear. This is what happens when you lack strong leadership, because strong leadership would make sure that you don't mix the peaceful protesting with the savages, so to speak. And when you have a black female who's leading groups, right, saying she don't care that the Target is burned, let me tell y'all something, man. There are melanated people who are employed there. There are melanated people who are paying their bills working at that Target. So what are they going to do? When you and the people around you no longer care, what are they going to do? When those businesses say, you know what, it ain't worth it, I'm out of here. What are those people who are working in those communities who, by the way, don't have a car, so they probably were walking to work? What are they going to do?
Thanks for the voice of reason. Look at all these white liberal celebrities tweeting when they would never walk down their street.
Appreciate that, Krillin. It's been a minute. What's going on? Yeah, because a lot of those people are afraid of black people. They are. It's good, Porter. They would never walk in the black community. Most of these Caucasian celebrities, they would never walk into a black community. And then you have this black female talking about she don't care whether it burns down. That is the type of people who are running your community. That is the type of people who are running your community, black man. That's the type of women that these lames are putting up on a pedestal. That is the type of person that's running the community right now. And that is why the black community will go nowhere. I guarantee you. A month from now, we're going to be in the same situation. 2 months from now, we're going to be in the same situation. And y'all can say whatever you want, but there's nothing there's nothing good about getting on national TV and exposing your dysfunction. Exposing the fact that you have no logical thought around you whatsoever. You're based on emotion. You're controlled by it. I'm not controlled by my emotion. Are there times where I get upset? Yeah. But I'm not going to allow it to control me. And a lot of these people are allowing their emotions to control them to the point of no return. There's no return in tearing up your community because you have to live there. I don't have to live there. There are other people that don't have to live there. They have means of living elsewhere. A lot of these people, you allowed these groups to infiltrate your groups and tear up things, and you sat by, you didn't say anything. You filmed it. You thought it was funny. Let's see if it's funny when the jobless rate is just out of control in those communities. Those men, those males can't feed themselves. The women in that community can't feed themselves. They have to go to the government to help them out. And are these celebrities going to help them out? Are these celebrities going to cash app these single mothers who can't afford can't get a job in that area because their job was looted and tore up? Are they going to help those women? There was a housing development that was destroyed in Minnesota. We don't think about things, but then you got celebrities, rich millionaire celebrities celebrating that because they don't have to live there. That just shows you they don't care. This tweet today signifies most celebrities of today. They don't care about your community. They don't care if you tear it apart. They just want to get on social media and say, hey, I'm with y'all.
No grounds for change coming. Been handled wrong.
He said that, Melibert. No change is coming. Y'all don't want change. First off, you need a change of leadership. You need to actually get out here and care about your surroundings, but we don't care about it. That's why we're stuck in the situation that we're in. This is why we are taking life advice from Lizzo and Lil Nas X. This who we taking advice from. This who we supposed to listen about black issues from. Are you serious? Let's go here. We got to listen to Chrissy Teigen, who's not even black, and John Legend, who, by the way, his own wife even disrespected him. So we already know that dynamic. Okay? Look at this. Blue check marks. I mean, are you serious? John Cusack. By the way, this guy looks nuts. Look at him. This guy looks crazy. And this is what I'm supposed to listen to? Look at this. Look at the cash apps. Now, mind you, look at the $50 cash apps. There is a guy by the name of Virgil. I think his name is Ablo, right? I did a video. I put the video up and I took it down. I said, you know what, man? Why am I putting this video up? You know?
These celebs don't care about nobody.
Thanks, Angela C. And they don't. They don't care about anybody. They only care about themselves. But look at these guys. Now, Virgil got canceled for donating $50. But look at these guys. $50 donation. Let's see. I think this guy made a $50 donation, but nobody's canceling these guys. Why they're not getting canceled? But y'all was so quick to flip on Virgil. Yeah, John Cusack looks crazy, man. This is what happens when you live in Hollywood for so long, man. These people look crazy. But this is who I'm supposed to listen to?
Did you see J.R. Smith beat up that protester who broke his window? When this heats up in the suburbs, the people will beg for Trump to send army in.
Oh yeah. They're already doing that slowly. But yeah, Trump knows that. But see, a lot of people who are against him don't understand that. You know, in time of crisis, when you have peaceful people who just want to live their lives, get bothered by what's going on, and it reaches their front door, they're gonna cry out for somebody to do something. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But I wonder if anybody's going to cancel these guys for their $50 donations. Do y'all see how quick we are to turn on each other? We're quick to turn each other for literally nothing. Let's see. Let's go back to this article with Lizzo and Lil Nas X who want to preach to people. This is activism, right? This is powerful. No, powerful is getting things done. Powerful is getting things done for your community, making deals. Say whatever you want about Trump. Trump is a deal maker, he's a businessman. We need to have a business-like mentality, but the fact is that we have a lot of people who don't like capitalism. They don't like capitalism. And that's where we're at. But you need to learn to love capitalism because it's the only thing that's going to keep you in control of your own community. Terry, yeah, I do talk about these celebrities. And I'm going to continue to talk about these celebrities because these celebrities do nothing but incite what they're inciting right now. So I will continue to talk about them. They make news. They do something crazy. I'm going to speak about it. So what? I'm not inciting anybody to do any harm. That's the difference between me and them. They have a mindset of we're going to throw money at things. We're going to be adversarial towards Trump, even though Trump can make deals. Listen, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm all about making deals. I am a capitalist. I don't want anybody giving me anything. Okay? So, as long as y'all continue to worship these celebrities, I'm going to continue to talk about them. Because the celebrity worship is getting out of hand. I saw a tweet from LeBron James today. He was upset because Drew Brees, the quarterback for the Saints, was like, stop disrespecting the flag. When you disrespect the flag, you disrespect the military. And he didn't like that. So he's going to send all his mindless supporters to go at Drew Brees over a comment that we don't even know what context it was said in. And the thing, I have nothing against LeBron whatsoever. I respect him for what he has done off the court, but his political views, I do not. I do not follow nor support them. But no, I'm not one of those people that needs somebody to hand me anything. I've never been that way. Even through the toughest of times, I've never been the type to go begging and asking anybody for anything.
We gotta stop tripping over ourselves to save Becky and let that trick fall rolling on the floor laughing.
Exactly, Distro. Exactly. We love white people far too much. This is why you got black people in the, like, what her name is, Keke Palmer. I spoke about her in the stream yesterday. She up there trying to talk those National Guardsmen, I guess, into leaving or following them. And y'all got to understand, these are entertainers. They are actors. They know how to hit certain points. They know how to make you believe. Look at this guy, Terry. How is Trump a businessman? Well, Trump is a billionaire, sir. He ain't broke. He ain't broke. Edna refresh. That's why he's a businessman. If you don't like him, I don't care. We ain't here to talk about Trump, even though he's a part of the discussion. This is about black people allowing these groups into their protests and sitting by and watching them destroy and loot property. Not in every situation, but in some of these situations, black people, you were right there. They got you on camera. They got y'all on camera running in and out of stores. You know? So, honestly, man, if y'all don't see what's going on in the world and understand that you're being played, you're being manipulated, you're being led off a cliff by people who don't know what they're doing, they're just on emotion. I would never want to be led by people who are angry and emotional because, first off, has it worked? Has it ever worked? If it has never worked, why would I want to follow it? You know, I want to be led by logical, critical thinkers who are strategic, not people who are stupid. Well, see, that's the thing, Elizabeth. These guys are not thinking. They think that I guess they can either use it or sell it. But, bro, that stuff is hot. That is hot merchandise. Once you have it and you turn that device on, because half of these motherfuckers are stealing. Half of these guys are stealing things and probably didn't even take the charger. He probably was taking phones, no charger. Some of these guys probably was taking all the phone cases, thought phones was in it. That's how dumb some of these guys are, man. Yeah, man, they're going to track down every single phone, every single electronic device that was taken out of any of these places. They're going to track it down. Yeah, look, Apple said as soon as you turn on them phones, they're going to track you. And they don't understand this. You still got people that's going to be broke today, tomorrow, that took a whole bunch of stuff they can't really sell. They're sitting up in their house. And what if the neighbor snitch on you? What if somebody that don't like you go to the police and say, hey, you know, this guy got a whole bunch of stolen stuff in his house? You still going to be surrounded by people who may feel some type of way about you. So you have to deal with that element as well. So where are all the critical thinkers? Where are all the people that have a plan instead of just, because let me tell y'all something, a lot of these black movements in America, they are led by white liberals. This is why it is important for you to hug it out with white people, especially if you are a family affected by one of these police incidents. It's important for the white liberal to have you hug that white person, that hug out, and just like the situation, I can't think of his name right now, the guy who the female police officer ran into the wrong home and she took that guy's life. Can't think of his name right now. His brother hugging it out with the woman. It's important for the white liberal for you to do that, because at the end of the day, white liberals know you better than you know yourself. And what they want is for you to get angry and emotional at white people, but at the end of the day, you still love them. You're angry at them, but you love them. That is that conflicted mindset that they want us to have, to be angry with them and to sympathize and empathize and then love them.
My fave is Shish. Sharp, who lives in white area, white GF, white boss. Sharp does TV commercials where he changed his voice from his Ebonics.
Sharp, who lives with his white area, white girlfriend, who both TV commercials or change his voice for white bonnets. Yeah, man, that happens, man. That does happen. You're gonna see that. But we definitely have to stop being so conflicted. They stealing cars from dealerships. Well, they gonna find those cars. They're gonna find those cars. You gotta understand, this is 2020. They can track everything. You think those people aren't gonna have trackers on their stuff? They prepare for shit like this. And I'm not gonna feel sorry for none of y'all when they hauling y'all off to jail in your stolen property. Because they may not get you today or tomorrow, but when the smoke clears and the media attention is away, or they gonna be arresting y'all. But Amber Geiger, right? Amber Geiger, who got that really short sentence, what I thought was a complete travesty of justice in that situation. But the white liberal wants y'all to love and hate white people at the same time. And what they'll do is they'll say, hey, that person is a conservative Trump supporter. Hate him, but love Joe Biden. Okay, even though Joe Biden is creepy, even though Joe Biden can't even remember where he is half the time, we want you to love him and support him and vote for him. Even though the guy has made disparaging comments and have done things detrimental to black people, we still want you to support him, just like with Hillary Clinton. See you, Vernon. 85, what's up? So we are much so in the conflicted mind space. Let me let y'all call in. Take a few calls. Same rules apply. Hold up. I like doing shows, but this is my last time really addressing this, unless there's a situation. Because this stream actually was gonna be primarily about Cardi and Tory Lanez, but I said, you know what? Let me just go and just speak about the situation in general, because I hate when people who ain't black or think they have a black card, they want to speak on black issues, man. Yo, you live? What's up?
What's good, man? It's me, Celeb.
What's good, Celeb?
Not much. I agree with you with the celebrities. You did a tweet that 90% of them don't really give a damn about us. Mm-hmm. They really don't. Like, they care about their popularity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They speak out, we like them. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about what happens to us. They're not living in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like what you said, like Drew Brees. Drew Brees is getting killed right now on Facebook. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Michael Thomas, his wide receiver, he basically ripped him. Now LeBron James is Drew Brees he's gonna get it big time. Yeah. And I got ripped because I said, listen, okay, should he have said it at this moment? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was taken a little too out of context. You know what I'm saying? Like they act like, oh, he's not full-blown racist. He's stupid. He's no. Come on, man. Come on. Drew Brees has never came off to me as like that. You know what I'm saying? And like now you have he was never great. He was a citizen. I'm like, yo, come on, stop. You guys need to stop now. Like y'all going too much into this, man. And what else I want to do? Oh yeah. Listen, the Democrats. The Democrats has really failed us. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you look, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm like in the center. I'm like an independent. You know what I'm saying? I want the best candidate that's going to do for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're ever going to find that candidate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. That's why, like, you have people in my family. They're gonna vote for Trump. Some are gonna vote for Biden. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, they ask me, who you voting for this November? I'm like, I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be working because I care more about the election in my city, Plainfield, my state of New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I care about. But the Democrats have failed us. People don't understand. The governor of Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, is a Democrat, right? I believe the mayor of Minnesota is a Democrat too,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. And these guys now they finally get arrested. Now all 4 of them is finally arrested. You know what I'm saying? It took all of this for them to finally get arrested. And then what's going to happen when they get a light sentence? Because I believe they are going to get a light sentence. I believe all of them is going to get a light sentence. And what are they going to do? Riot again? It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you destroy your own community and stuff like that. There's nothing left now. And like you said, there's black people that work that Target. You know what I'm saying? And now, like you said, where are they going to pay their bills? I said this yesterday. If at my job, they come up here and destroy my job, I'm gonna have a job. I don't want to be on an unemployment line. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to pay bills. I want to work my way to it. You know what I'm saying? But this is summing up. I don't want to keep you too long. But black people have to learn to be rational and think things through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna really be honest with you. Some say that white men has conquered us. I don't think they conquered us. I will say this though: black people sometimes don't. They get triggered too fast. They don't think with their head.
Right.
Whereas white people do.
All right. Well, Celeb, I appreciate it, man.
That.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate the call, though, man. Thanks for calling in. Okay.
No problem. Run a good show.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Shout out to you. If y'all want to know what he said, he subtweeted his own quarterback. You know the only reason why he's doing that because Drew Brees is about to retire. He would have never said this if Drew Brees, was still
Jaye,
in
if you
his
watch
prime,
Game
so
of
to
Thrones,
speak.
it states chaos is latter. That's the current situation.
Chaos is ladder. That's the current situation. I mean, chaos can help many of different people, but it may help the people y'all may not think it will. What's going on, man?
Hey, it's Mellow Bird.
What's good, Mellow Bird?
Nothing much, just hanging out. It's raining, storming.
Okay.
I got a quick comment. It's pretty disgusting. It's not only celebrities are using this for to avoid getting canceled or get clout or attention. Businesses doing this as well. I've been going down my feed on social media, and you see all these different businesses saying Black Lives Matter. But you don't, especially with clothing, you never see African American models or inspired clothing patterns. I think I've seen it it's not only celebrities, but it's other agencies using it to get attention, and it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, a lot of them are. They're using this.
I'm sorry, cut you off.
No, I'm saying a lot of these particular brands are using this as a way to virtue signal, but sooner or later they're gonna get their moment.
Yes. We had a store in my hometown. They put up a meme. It said, "All lives matter," and it had a truck running over people. And they were saying they were making jokes about protesters, but they come on, Facebook to apologize, trying to look for forgiveness, and a lot of people are forgiving them. And I support people's decision to forgive them or not, but it's disgusting that people are doing this for attention for their shops, their stores, businesses. So
that's what they're doing it for. It's for promotion now.
Yes. All right. Well, that's all I had to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
good
Mel.
show.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for the call. All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Shout out to Mellow Bird with the call. Yeah, man. People begging for forgiveness. They got a video of white people kneeling and begging for forgiveness from black people. Let me tell you, you white people, man, y'all have no backbone when it comes to black people. But one day, racism is not going to matter. And I want to know what you black people are going to be prepared for. Because if you haven't built an infrastructure by then, I don't know what we're doomed. Because white people are going to get tired of this. They are. And they're going to not give a shit about racism. Yo, you live.
Hi, Jay. This is Angela C.
What's good, Angela?
I wanted to come to this whole rioting thing.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing is stupid. Like right out here in Sacramento,
Mm-hmm.
there's a Dollar Tree that's near me. Now, the Dollar Tree is probably the cheapest store you can go to because they do have food. They do have stuff you need for your household. They done bust 2 windows out of that store. So now they're closing earlier for the safety of the employees.
Right.
It sucks because, you know, some people may not be able to make it to the dollar store until the later hours. But the whole thing is dumb. The moment I found out that they were looting Target, I think that was the first store I even heard about. I said, this has nothing to do with George. Now these foods are just spilling because they just want to steal shit that they probably couldn't afford. So now they're using this opportunity to steal. And I'm over here getting in arguments with family members about, well, they got to loot and steal because they have a point to make. There's no point being made. The man is dead. I'm sorry that he's dead, but he's already dead. They just charged the cop for his murder. It was 3rd degree, but I'm hoping they changed that now that...
I think they changed it to 2nd degree. Yeah, I think they changed it to 2nd degree.
Yeah, so, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. This is crazy. They're out here attacking truck drivers. Like, are you people fucking stupid? Truck drivers are carrying things that we need that go to the stores. Like, this is dumb, but they're out here turning stores that we all got to go to. So I'm like, what's the purpose of this? You guys are not making...
These are people who have nothing, okay? A lot of these people don't even have their own place to stay. So it's like they in their mind, they ain't got nothing to lose, but they don't understand this. You're going to get caught up. Because these, you know, you're stealing from billion-dollar corporations, especially Target, that also employs black people. It employs black people.
Right. The Target that's right by where I stay, they're closed. It's not that they got looted out here, but what happened to the Target out there where the man was killed, they decided to shut down all stores nationwide until further notice. It's like, God, are you fucking serious? Because Target, I stay in Target all the time. I mean, I go there, but they do have black employees. I would say like 50% of the people I see working in there are black. Yeah. So I'm not sure what point they're trying to make, but I also want to mention they hit the jewelry store. What is it called? Not K Jewelers, Sharif, and almost emptied out the whole entire store. Just went up in there and took everything. I was like,
those are robberies. Yeah, those are robberies, man. Those are robberies.
Right. But this has nothing to do with George at this point. I mean, this is really pissing me off. I feel like now is the time. Oh, and I also want to mention that the looters and the rioters actually killed a small business owner. I forgot where here in California, but it was caught on video. And I noticed everybody sharing videos of cops supposedly killing business owners. Okay, so why aren't you guys showing the news about these looters that actually murdered business owners, or they are attacking the business owners who have nothing to do with this? I feel like now it's time for the government to bring out the military and do what they got to do. I don't care, because now they're just doing way too much. This has nothing to do with George. It's just ridiculous.
You share the sentiment of a lot of people who the media don't want to listen to, and these celebrities want to shut down. There are a lot of people, growing people, who want Trump to bring in the military. They're tired of this shit. They say enough of this. You know, it's the summertime. What are people going to do? They're going to be too busy having to rebuild things and clean up things. They don't want to do that this summer.
Yeah, and we were like already on lockdown because of the COVID-19. Now we're really on lockdown. Like here in California, I don't know about everywhere else, but now the curfew for everywhere is 8 o'clock. There were a few businesses that were staying open past 8. No, now everything is 8 o'clock, and they want you in the house at 8 o'clock. It's like, oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous. Like this didn't do anything. Now we're like on lockdown, like we're children that's like grounded or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, they have flipped this from being about protesting to just being about getting free shit, you know?
Right, exactly. But that's all that I want to say. I'm really hoping that they bring the military, shut this shit down, do what you got to do so we can continue on like the way it was before this craziness. But thanks for taking my call, Jay.
All right, Angela C. Well, thanks for calling in, all right?
All right, bye.
Bye. Shout out to her giving some insight from the West Coast. Yeah, man. I'm all but want to see the military come in, man, because y'all motherfuckers are uprooting people from their daily lives due to your wanting to go and steal stuff. Okay? Just say Trump. Yeah, you know what's crazy? The governor of New York basically said that he was ready to go in and uproot the mayor of New York City because of what was going on. The mayor of New York City who wasn't doing anything, even though he himself supports people rioting, protesting but rioting too, both. But now he's had a second after seeing the destruction that's been going on. Now he's like, man, we got to do something. But these mayors, especially these Democrat mayors, they don't want to do anything because they are so drunk off of Trump hate. They think that this is going to hurt him, but they don't understand it's going to hurt them come November because they're not thinking logically. Bino, there's a lot of ways to turn up. Destroying people's jobs, because that's what's being destroyed, is not turning up, bro. There's a million different ways to turn up. I don't see turning up fucking up people's businesses and looting their stuff. Yo, you're live. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. What's up?
Hey, man. Look, you're so right about the situation, man. I see a bunch of these celebrities who are all on the side of Colin Kaepernick. And this dude, I saw his Twitter, and he's talking about how he wants to start this revolution all this other nonsense. Like, dude, where are you?
Oh, he's somewhere hiding. He's not on the front line. Colin ain't on the front line. He ain't nowhere but somewhere tweeting. Somewhere in his house, his mansion, somewhere tweeting.
Yeah, these celebrities, man, they're so fake. LeBron James he's a Nike asset. Like, we still don't know who wrote the N-word.
I think we know, bro.
Do we still know? Like, do we know?
I honestly know, but I think we may have a summary, but it may not be who they think it is. But yeah, we haven't heard any of the identity of the tagger.
Yeah, but I don't really understand this Drew Brees situation. I don't understand why they're so mad about the things.
It's because he represents everything that these hardcore leftists hate. He's a man who's married. He's a Christian. He's a conservative. They hate that.
David Dorn, retired black cop killed by looters trying to protect his friend's store.
Yeah,
but
man.
No news coverage because he was killed by a black man.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks for the call, man. 'Cause I'm listening. I'm listening to the call and the message. Yeah, man, that was sad, man. Kimberly, that was sad when that guy, that elderly guy, lost his life, and you got people defending the looting, but it's harming black people in more ways than one. That lets you know we are lost as a culture. This is why I have my stance, and people don't like it. But they follow behind these celebrities who they themselves listen. No, Michael Thomas. They don't know any better. Shout out to Vern85. This elderly black man should have never lost his life ever. It's a shame. Now, what his family gonna do? You don't think they're grieving? There are a lot of people grieving right now. But I guess your pain means more than other people's. Even the family, even George Floyd's family said, we don't want violence. We don't want chaos. We want peace. But these are the days we're in. We were illogical people. Illogical. Hold up, okay. Yeah, David Dorner, the retired police captain, was responding to a pawn shop alarm going off, and he was shot to death. This should have never happened. If people defend that, you're a fucking moron. Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with Floyd. Sharonda, they do know better, but they're so caught up in celebrity and the money that they get. They say, I'm going to go along just to get along. Because it's very difficult to take my stance. I got to understand. It's easy to go along to get along and to side with what social media is saying. But I don't give a shit about social media. I'm going to say what I need that needs to be said. That's why I'm glad I'm not a celebrity. And I'm not a celebrity. Because somebody got to say this. Somebody has to be real. Somebody has to be honest. And that's what I intend to be. I intend to be real and I intend to be honest. Because we need logic out here. There's just too much emotion. People twice my age are emotional as hell. That should never be the case. Especially if you have kids, grandkids. You should know better. You should know better, and you should be saying, you know what, there's nothing wrong with peaceful protesting, but I am going to not support these rioting and looting whatsoever. But it's so hard for a lot of these protesters to do. Y'all like the female, the black female that was gleeful about Target burning to the ground. That lets you, and she's supposed to be a leader. It's crazy. It's a lot going on. Bino, I'm glad you said that. There was a video last night I saw in Dykeman, I think that's in New York, right? Of a whole bunch of Latino, I guess the Dominican dudes chasing off these brothers that were walking around. They thought those guys was there to loot, because I guess they don't see a bunch of black dudes in Dykeman. Because I'm not familiar with it, but you know. And they chased them dudes from that area. And I'm saying to myself, you do know that there are a lot of rioters that were white too, right? And it had a whole discussion on Twitter last night about Dominicans not accepting their blackness. Let me tell you black people something. You can't force people to be black. If they don't want to embrace their African heritage, why are you trying to force them to do so? If Dominicans think they are Dominicans and they were created through a lineage of Dominicans, that's on them. And then you got the situation in Chicago. They say Chicago, you got the Latin gangs that were protecting neighborhoods from looting. Now all of a sudden we're hearing that they are attacking black people. Do I believe? Listen, I'm only going off what I've been seeing. I don't know if they're just randomly attacking black people, but it just seems to me that black people are synonymous with rioting and looting because of what they're seeing on social media. You got all these black people running out of these places with TVs, with phones, shoes. So you got black people who are making themselves targets. This is why they have to denounce this. This is why guys like Tory Lanez, who supports the looting, is an idiot, and he doesn't understand that that's gonna make us a target. Yeah, Genuine Trucker, it done turned into a full-blown gang war. That's why black people, especially these ignorant-ass black celebrities, need to denounce it. Not a soft denouncement, a very hard stance denouncement of the rioting and looting. Because we are going to become targets. And that's what these people don't understand. Not only are you destroying your own communities, you're going to make yourself a target. When they see a group of black dudes, you're going to become a target. Well, you remember? Yeah, man, that video was crazy. All them Dominican dudes out of nowhere just started chasing these dudes off, man. And I'm like, This is why I'm telling y'all, these ignorant black celebrities need to denounce this looting and rioting before it gets more people hurt. Now, if you black and you don't know what's going on between what the Latin Kings and GDs, you walking in a certain area, and next thing you know, you getting approached by a bunch of Latin Kings, and they just walking through. They're not bothering nobody, but they don't know that these guys see them as the enemy, and see them as looters. Y'all seen that, Ernestine? So we really have to stop being so emotional and see what's going on and understand that a lot of this stuff needs to be denounced. But sitting up here and defending what's going on, that's not cool, man. I'm Dominican and our cousins in Dykeman. I love it there. So, Angelo, how do you feel about the video that went viral with them brothers getting chased out of the area? And about Dominicans basically saying, we not black. What are y'all talking about? Okay. Let's see. There's some other stuff I want to get to while I'm live. Some other news stuff I want to get to and speak on. See if I can find it. There are some news topics I want to get to. Oh boy. Do y'all know who the female rapper Trina is, right? Well, Trina is getting canceled times 5. And this is from page 6. She's getting canceled by everybody. How many of y'all heard this story? How many of y'all heard this? How many of y'all heard about the comments that she made? Rapper Trina, let's see, slammed after calling Miami protesters animals. Listen, Trina and Trick Daddy have a debate about protesting and rioting in Miami. Okay? All right. Keep everybody off the streets, these animals off the streets. Now, if Trina believes this, what do y'all think other people believe? Okay? What do you think other people believe about what's going on with these so-called protests? It's supposed to be a video there. It's not playing. Let's see. Miami rapper Trina is catching heat after she referred to protesters as animals on Wednesday morning. They need to make a curfew at 6 p.m. The Love and Hip Hop Miami star, who was 45, said on the 99 Jams morning radio show, insisting that the Miami-Dade mayor, Carlos Jimenez, move the time up from 9 p.m. She continued, keep everybody off the streets. These
curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and will be enforced until Jimenez lifts the order. Yeah. They need to make the curfew at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's how I feel.
No.
Keep everybody off the streets, these animals off the streets that are running around in Miami-Dade County acting like they have escaped from a zoo. Lock them up at...
Listen, man. People would... Listen, if you didn't know who Trina was, you would think that she was a conservative, right? Y'all claim only conservatives think this way. I don't think so. There's a lot of other people who believe this. And this wasn't like a caught on video saying this. She was on a radio show saying this, which means that people around her probably believe this as well. So this ain't no conservative saying, this is Trina saying this.
I live in a Latino community. I am black. I saw blacks coming from outside looting and burning stores, and I am black.
Well, again, like I said, there are black people participating in it. I don't know if they're participating in that area, but in that video, it definitely does show me that those communities are not going to stand for that. And if you are black, especially a black male, you can get caught up in it. This is why you don't need to be out here supporting the rioting. Let's see what else Trina saying. We can let's go on with the article. The BAPS artist went on to vent her frustrations over a friend's business
IPM,
being
so
destroyed.
The streets can be nice and clean. That's how I feel.
Okay. In short, adding that national outrage won't bring back those who have lost their lives to police inactions. We can't bring back nobody's lives that has been taken away, whether it's from police or the hands of another civilian. She continued, we cannot bring them back. You cannot pump life back into them at all. I can't bring back my little brother's life. His life was taken by the hands of a man, a black man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Experiences changes people, man. It shapes them. It molds them. Okay? Their belief systems. I think Trina feels some type of way about a certain demographic of people. And as she said that her brother, is no longer here because of another black man. And that is the story in these particular situations. Now, people are mad at her. They're angry. They want to cancel her for having that particular opinion. You do have people in the streets acting like animals, and the thing is that she wasn't necessarily talking about black people. She was just talking about the so-called protesters who have been slowly turning into rioters. That's who she was referring to. Doesn't mean I agree with her comments. I just think that Trina feels very comfortable saying what she is saying because there are a lot of people who agree with her around her. She just decided to say it publicly. She talked about how her friend's business got ransacked. She's on emotion. In that moment, she doesn't care about being rapper Trina. She's looking at it from a civilian standpoint. And I think that's what got people upset because she's very genuine in what she's saying. She's not like all these other celebrities that are going to lie to y'all and make it seem like what they're saying is what they believe. That's not what they believe. They don't want any of that coming anywhere near them and the stuff that they own. Okay? She also insisted that many claiming to be protesters are simply opportunistic looters who are not even caring about George Floyd. The reality star's comments, specifically her likening protesters to animals, didn't sit well with many, including fans of the hip hop artists who are now looking at her with new eyes. Okay, and let's go check out some of these comments here on this particular post. I've been told y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Am I here? Oh, wrong post. Let's see. Go to thread. All right. Okay. Just shows that most of these celebrities from the ATL and now Miami only black when it's time to support them, not the other way around, and pay attention to the ones only posting on their stories, not the actual page. Well, we need to worry about the people who are blackening out their profile pics, hopping on social media, talking about, was it Blackout Tuesday? And that's like the only post they have speaking on the George Floyd situation, man. Those are the people you really need to look out for. People showing fake love and sincerity. Okay? Look out for those people because there's a lot of fake love and support that I'm seeing from these celebrities and on social media. Because you got females who are IG models putting up this one post, and all of a sudden, and I'm noticing that the post got like 1/10 of the likes, and it has like 1/10 of the comments, because they're like, no one takes you seriously. Like, you, all we see you doing is in barely nothing on, posing, showing your assets, and we're supposed to believe you actually care about something, you know? So no one's really taking them seriously. Let's see. I won't forget. They will never get my support from streams to views to products they pushing. Only reason they have anything is off of mostly poor black people. They need to take her off the radio. Trina won't even let Trick talk. Trick probably agrees with her. I didn't hear the whole interview, but Trick probably believes her. He probably agrees with her. Not even white. She sounds. Yeah. Let's see. She is so ignorant. It's so hard to listen to her. She thinks if you have license, insurance, registration, the police won't. Yeah, tell those black men who have been. She sounded hurt about her brother, like an out of touch Caucasian woman, and like she hate the community that made her rich. Damn, Trina. But again, those celebrities don't surprise me. Hope she doesn't eat her words. Let me tell y'all what's going to happen to the celebrity. Once this quarantine thing is over and people can go back to doing what they were doing, these celebrities who've been doing these IG lives and podcasts and all the other things, they're going to go back to doing what they're doing, but they're going to have half the fanfare. Because let me tell you something like this. The one thing that makes you a celebrity, okay, the one thing that makes you different from your average everyday fan is your accessibility. These celebrities, because they are so desperate for attention, they made themselves more accessible than ever before. And in so doing, of making themselves accessible, their celebrity is going down more and more and more to where they're not even going to be viewed the same way. So the people who are on television shows that make the ratings go up, been on nothing but IG lives and doing podcasts, like, people aren't really going to care about them as much, because the difference between us and them is that their accessibility. But when they try to make themselves seem regular and normal, no one's going to care about you once you're back to doing what you've been doing. I have to apologize to Queen Guy. Trina, sorry. Trina tried to save her. Trick tried to save her. She didn't want to be saved. No, my girl Trina, you can't be talking crazy like this, boo. The fuck is going on with her? She keeps backpedaling on stuff she's saying when Trick get at her. Yeah, well, they're on Trina's neck right now in this post, man. But, you know, she said what she said. She said what she said. Now, all you people, are y'all still going to support her? Y'all going to forget about this, probably. Y'all know that attention spans of individuals don't last unless you piss us off. Like, I can say some crazy. If I'm a celebrity, right, I could say something crazy, and I know that I still have a chance to get uncanceled. All I have to do is apologize, maybe go on a little apology tour, and then all of a sudden become like an activist and get into activism. People are going to forget about it. People are going to forget that until you piss them off again. And if you piss them off again, okay, then they're going to bring this stuff back up. But it has to get to, you know, those particular levels, you know? Shout out to Maximus Rex. Y'all know I was off in that article. What do y'all think? Yeah, she did deny she was black. You know? He said her friend has insurance and we will keep destroying until our point is made. Okay, Trick, let them go to your neighborhood and tear up shit, and we'll see how you feel after that. Yeah, Trina made some good points. The only thing that she said that got people upset was she called them animals. But I mean, she's speaking from a perspective of somebody whose friend lost a lot. But once again, people get caught up in their emotions and they don't understand that because they ain't never had anything. They never had anything. But I think but Trina got to understand this, man. When you have these situations, right, in the black community, the people who are going to be emotionally invested the most is going to be black women, not black men. Because the emotion, for the most part, comes from women. So when you see all this outrage in the black community, it's mostly coming from black women. It's not really coming from black men. That emotion is coming from black women. All right. Let's see. I got another topic that I want to get to. They canceled Miss Malaysia. Miss Malaysia has gotten canceled. This cancel culture thing sucks, man. It really does. It has claimed somebody else. Cancel culture has claimed somebody else. Ex-Miss Universe Malaysia had to respond to comments that she made because they were canceling her all over social media. Let's get into it. Samantha Katie James said on Monday that African Americans choose to be born as a colored person. Once again, we got to know who we're dealing with. We're dealing with somebody who may not be that intelligent. Makeup company Velvet Vanity has since cut ties with her, and she has also drawn the ire of fellow Malaysian celebrity Henry Golden. She looks very Eurasian there. Former Miss Universe Malaysia Samantha Katie James has issued a statement on Instagram addressing her recent comments about African Americans. Since saying on Monday that black people chose to be born as a colored person. Who is using that terminology? Like, seriously, who's using that terminology? Colored. Like, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Like, what the... Who uses that term colored, man? Like, what group of people are you around? You referring to people as colored. This is what happens when you try to sound too intelligent, okay? I think in this moment she tried to sound too woke and ended up sounding too crazy or too dumb. This is her post, right? This is I'm sorry post, I guess. Let's see if they have the other one in here. Okay. I do hear you. I'm sorry. I know you're hurting. I know it's unfair. I'm not in your shoes to understand this fully. Furthermore, you asked me to explain what I meant by black people chose to be black. Let me tell y'all why that upset a lot of black people, because there are black people with low self-esteem. Not a lot of them, but you do have those who wish they were born white, and every single day they envy Caucasian people because they want to be Caucasian. So maybe she was speaking to that sect of people, because we all know there's a lot of self-haters out there that don't like themselves. They try to change who they are. They try to date people who are going to make them feel, like they are, less black and more of something else. I'm not black, I'm OJ. That mentality, is that throughout my journey, I have learned that we are more than just this temporary physical body, like an avatar, merely a tiny speck of dust in the vast infinity universe. No, infinite universe. So infinity, I was thinking of Infinity War, but anyway. We tend to overlook that from time to time in our process towards evolution as a human being. On Earth, we chose our body, our family, our place of birth, our name, our lessons from the path that we take, tailor-made for us. I'm not about to read all this, but okay. Yes, my mother is Chinese, Malaysian, my father's Brazilian, and my foster parents who raised me up are Indian Malaysian. So she was raised by foster parents, and she was able to get out of it relatively without going insane. But again, this is just a product of not being socially aware and understanding, the climate. I don't think she truly understood the climate. That's why she said what she said. And this is why people on social media are getting at her. And she's issuing this apology. And this is the cosmetic company going over the comments. I guess people went straight to her sponsors. This, to me, man, like, these companies are so opportunistic, man. They're just so opportunistic. They're going to use these opportunities to say Black Lives Matter, but buy our products, and they may get a few more people buying the products, but come on, man. Y'all know y'all don't care about Black lives, man. Y'all cared about Black lives, y'all would make sure Black people's lives would be a lot better than it is by basically not babying Black people and allowing them to be able to go out here and compete, which Black people should want to do, not being handed anything, treating us as if, we don't need a handout. Just show us respect, mutual respect. There are Black people out there that don't want to be handed everything. They want to be able to work. They want to be able to provide for themselves and their family. And this is what you're going to see a lot of. You're going to see a lot of these companies denouncing the people that they have promoting their brand. But what she said was stupid. The fact that she used that term colored, I mean, come on, man. This is 2020. People still using that. But, I mean, could be a lesson learned, but who knows, People are just afraid of cancel culture. They're afraid of cancel culture. They don't want to get canceled. It's a shame. Where's the looting and screaming for him? No, I just think that people don't really care about him like that. This is how Hindus believe. Hinduism is in Malaysia. Yeah, Hinduism is very big in Southeast Asia. Let's see. But yeah, man, who's using it? What's good, Ricky? Who's using the term colored in 2020, man? Cancel culture is great. Yeah, when it's canceling the people Or not, the people that you don't like. I think cancel culture is a waste of energy, to be honest with you. To me, it's just a waste of energy. Like, if a person income isn't factored in to their comments that pisses people off, like, you can't cancel them. Or if you Kanye, like, hey, y'all can't cancel me. All right, let's see. What else I want to get to? Oh, yeah, let me get to Amanda Seales real quick. Amanda Seales. Apparently, Amanda Seales is gone from... gone from, let's see. She's gone from The Real. She's no longer part of The Real anymore. Let's see. Trying to pull it up. Can't pull it up. That's crazy. But yeah, Amanda Seales is no longer part of The Real anymore. Nah, she's just not a part of Real no more. And the thing about Amanda Seales is that she's her own worst enemy and don't even know it. It's nothing worse than you being the problem and not knowing that you're the problem, Yep, everybody's getting canceled. That's why I say cancel culture is going to be dead. It is. Because you can't cancel everybody. You can't cancel everybody. And that's what it seems like is going on. They're trying to cancel everybody. You can't cancel everybody. You got to save those cancellations. But Amanda Seales is gone, and I don't think Amanda Seales brought anything to the show. Really? Amanda Seales has brought nothing to that show except for the angry black girl. The angry so-called, because we don't even know if it's factual that she's 100% black. But that's all Amanda Seales has brought to the show. She hasn't really brought anything to the show. But anybody can get canceled. Y'all have ruined cancel culture. Cancel culture is supposed to be meant for special occasions. Y'all have ruined that because y'all. But everybody's getting canceled. You getting canceled. She's getting canceled. So cancel culture don't mean anything. How can y'all cancel multimillionaires like Drew Brees? Drew Brees is about to retire and go work on TV. He doesn't care. But anyway, Amanda Seales is gone. Let's see. Yeah, Amanda Seales is done. Let's see. Amanda Seales has left her job as co-host on the Fox talk show The Real. Seales joined co-host Lonnie Love, Tamara Mowry, and Trina Bellon, and Jenny Ma in January 2020, replacing Tamar Braxton, who was fired back in 2016. When Seales was hired, Telepictures Executive Vice President and General Manager Donna, Redier Lisk, these names, man, said her unique voice at the table will add new dimensions to the conversation, and with the continued support of our partners at Fox, we will guarantee a bright future for years to come. She couldn't have meant that. She couldn't have meant that. A brighter future. Amanda Seales is she never lasts anywhere. The cast of Insecure don't even like Amanda Seales. Y'all can say whatever you want about my opinion of Amanda Seales. I have been right. This woman has lied on a black man, had never apologized for it, but she claims she's for black people. A guy who's a neurosurgeon. She doesn't her co-stars on Insecure don't like her. They even blocked her from getting into a party that they were having together. This is how people feel about her. But then you got people who will support that. But she does these kind of things to herself. And people are also saying that it's because her and Jeannie Ma doesn't get along with each other. Her and Jeannie doesn't get along with each other. Because Jeannie is a conservative. I didn't even know that. I just assumed she was a liberal. But apparently she is a conservative. She's a conservative. And they may have been butting heads. I think they were getting into it because she doesn't like the fact that Jeannie's dating Jeezy and is engaged to Jeezy, and Jeezy hasn't once tried to get with her. Maybe that plays a part into it. Now, just 6 months later, Seales has chosen to part ways with the show, which describes itself as led by bold, diverse, and outspoken hosts who unapologetically say what women are actually thinking. Come on, man. These women were saying what was actually, none of them would be in relationships. Let's see. Women are actually thinking on his website. Insecure actor broke the news that she has not renewed her contract on June 2nd while on an Instagram Live with Hamilton actor and activist Brandon Victor Dixon. She explained that there were not enough black voices at the top. So what she's saying is that there's not enough black people at the top? First off, let me just say this. Why is it that all these guys want to be activists? Activists of what? You're not changing anything. You're just getting on social media and complaining. That's all you're doing. Okay, cool, Carla. Good to see you, Carla. Shout out to you. That's what I like. So what are these so-called activists? Anybody can be an activist. You know what? I'm going to have activists in my name. When people introduce me or say Jay the Black content creator, they're going to say also an activist. An activist, a motivational speaker, or I like to call myself an entertaining speaker. Activist, entertaining speaker, t-shirt salesman, Jay the Black. That's how I'm going to have myself announced, because anybody can be an activist, but ain't none of these people leaving their house. Ain't none of these people leaving the house. They're all activists, but none of them are leaving the house. Let's see.
So, well, you know what happened to me today?
Yes.
She has arrived. I've arrived because my contract is up at the Real, and I did not renew it because it doesn't feel good to my soul to be at a place where I cannot speak to my people the way they need to be spoken to, and where the people who are speaking to me in disparaging ways are not being handled. Mm-hmm. I'm not in a space where I can, as a full black woman, have my voice and my coworkers also have their voices, and where the people at the top are not respecting the necessity for black voices to be at the top too. So, you reach a point, like even when it just comes to Hollywood in general.
So is she saying there's not enough black people at the top? Is that what she's saying? There's not enough melanated people at the top? Of course, you're at Fox. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a lot of black faces there. But has that ever been a problem? Has that ever been a problem for melanated people to work for people who are white? They've been comfortable. Listen, you're on HBO. Does HBO have black voices at the top?
You've seen me transform into a way that I just can't function in this place the same way. I can't. They planting white beans in my soil.
And the thing is, for me, it becomes a point.
Oh boy. Yeah, she's leaving the show because I guess she's not getting enough respect. You haven't done anything to warrant any type of respect. When your own coworkers don't like you and they're blocking you from parties, and you try to make yourself a sympathetic figure, but people just don't like you. They just don't like you. You know? Let's see. Story continues. Seals, who also hosts the game show Smart, Funny, and Black, as well as the podcast Small Doses, is not concerned about the next step in her career. I'll find the bread in a manner that serves me, she said. Seals with the Instagram Live for a 1-hour conversation with Dixon to discuss the aftermath of George Floyd. Y'all know how these people like to monetize black struggle. We got to stop letting them do that. We got to stop letting these people monetize the black struggle when they're not even going through a struggle. These entertainers do little more than, get on social media and virtue signal, but they're not really doing anything to make anybody's life better. They just want to, virtue signal because their life sucks. If if Amanda Seals was happy, she would not be virtual signaling. She would not be leaving shows because she wears thin on people. I think she realized that they weren't going to allow her to act crazy and just say and do whatever she wants to do. You can look at her in the videos that they're together, all together. She looks like she's unhappy. One, because there are more attractive women on that. Besides Lonnie Love, there's attractive women there, and she ain't one of them. She's like third or fourth, so she's not gonna be the center of attention. She wants to be the center of attention, and she has to sit next to Jeannie, who's engaged to Jeezy. which I know really bothers her. I know that really bothers her, man. I know that really bothers her, man. I know it does. But she knows that she's going to be around women who are lighter than her, longer hair than her, in relationships. Well, I guess Lonnie's in a relationship. You know, Lonnie got that over her. But other than that, she's like really miserable. And everybody else is happy. And she ain't. You know, she wanted to get on there and go in on black men. That's her purpose, to be the angry black woman. And now she's no longer on the show and she's feeling some type of way. And she wants to blame the upper management and try to act like it was her decision. I bet you her leaving the Real was a mutual decision. I bet you it was a mutual decision. They probably couldn't wait for her to leave. They're like, oh, you're opting out? Oh, that's bad. But I wish you luck. They probably didn't even try to convince her to stay because they realized they made a mistake. They realized she wasn't meshing with the crowd. And this is why she on here trying to make it seem like she just walked away. No, you left because you couldn't hang. Let's be real. You couldn't hang. You didn't like being there. You were ready to leave the moment you got there. You just didn't fit in. You didn't fit in with them. You're on some blickety black woman shit. Not on nothing to do with black men, because you were ready to get on there and go in on black men. And you want to be on your black female feminist empowerment, and they're like, we ain't about that. I mean, we talk about men, but we ain't on that. So now, you know, she's, you know, looking for another avenue. But I'm waiting for her to leave Insecure because there are people there that don't like her. But that's a gig that she really likes, and she ain't trying to give that up. So she's willing to put up with the fact that the co-workers don't like her. She's willing to put up with that, and she knows they don't like her. But again, we're dealing with Amanda Seales here, who may not be totally in reality on certain situations. So we have to take it for what it is. This is a person who's also a comedian, not only an actress but a comedian. Man, she look crazy in that. But you know, that's the route she chose. When I tell people this is the life she chose, that's the route she chose. You know what I'm saying? People monetizing their quote unquote blackness, which is all it is. And man is no different. But I'm pretty sure she'll find something because, you know, they need their minstrels, and she will fit right into minstralism on whatever network that she goes to, you know? Yeah, Amanda Seales is a minstrel. And you can't convince me otherwise that she is not a minstrel. She's a minstrel. Just being loud and broke. Like, come on, man. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Man, come on, man. There's another topic I want to speak on. Is Eve, if I can find. You know, Eve is talking about how her and her husband's marriage is on the skids a little bit because they haven't been able to sit down and talk about black issues. And y'all been married for how long, Eve? Eve, you've been married for how long and you haven't had that uncomfortable conversation with him? Let's see, let me go. Oh, where is it? Right here. Eve. I need to find that video. But yeah, Eve is I said, is this the video? Okay. Oh, let me make sure. Oh, they were talking about the protest on this one. Okay. Like, how do you marry somebody and you not have those quote unquote uncomfortable conversations, man? Come on, man. So you mean to tell me you married this guy who is outside of your race, and y'all don't have I guess y'all haven't had enough of the conversations because you're speaking about it publicly. I believe she is still on Insecure, Amanda Seals. But let's talk about Eve real quick. Eve having an uncomfortable talks about race with white husband. Eve and her husband Maximilian Cooper, who is Caucasian, are seeing their own relationship in the light of current affairs. I am having some of the most difficult and uncomfortable conversations I think I have ever had, and vice versa with my husband, the rapper who's 41, said on the Talk Tuesday. Eve married British entrepreneur Cooper, who's 47, in 2014, and is a stepmother to his 4 children from a previous relationship. First off, what black woman do y'all know is going to be the stepmom of 4 kids? And 2, you've been married for 6 years and y'all haven't had those conversations yet. So what have y'all been talking about? It's almost like she was the one avoiding it, you know? But at the same time, it's a beautiful thing because I don't know his life through his eyes. He doesn't know my life through my eyes. The barbershop actress continued. All he can do is try to understand and try to ask the questions, and he wants to understand, and that's what the nation, that's what the world has to do. It's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but we have to be okay with being uncomfortable so that we can get to a solution. Eve says she's drawn strength from the protests that have sprung up nationwide following George Floyd's untimely demise by police. There are some people that are having beautiful, peaceful protests. Yeah, but we don't see a lot of it. We're not. We're seeing a lot of excuse making for the carnage. But now you're going to start to see the peaceful protests because the narrative has shifted. But anyway, with their fists in the air and their hands in the air in all different colors and genders, all together on one knee, wanting to get past this. And she's candid with where she thinks the country is regarding the matters of race in 2020. We are under rock bottom. We are under rock bottom. So, Eve, are you telling me we have a problem with race? What? Then how come you married interracially if there was this huge stigma and problem? Eve? The only thing we can do now is to build up. I pray that we can build up from here. Eve was briefly absent from the talk this year while she performed on the Blast Off tour in the UK alongside Nelly, Shaggy, Salt and Pepper, and Maya. She learned the show had been put on a filming hiatus as the CV, intensified, so to speak. I guess this is the conversation that they had. By the way, they're talking about, let me tell y'all how much people don't care anything about the protest. It's been 2 days since this been posted, you only got 10,000 views and 100 likes. No one cares about these so-called protests because it's not looking like a protest. But it just shows y'all no one cares. No one cares. You're trying to make it seem like this is glamorous and this is something that should be inspiring, but no one cares. This is why celebrity is fading, because you have all these women who individually have followings and fans, and you can only get 10,000 views on it, and you're speaking on this. No one takes you seriously, Eve, when you should I go there? Should I go there? Should I say that, people look at this and they listen to this and they look at Eve and they say, you know what? You're married outside of your group. what exactly are you going to be able to tell him about these protests? But anyway. But yeah, man, let's see. See what the comments. Where's the comment section at? Okay. See, look at the first comment. Look at the first comment. I mean, it speaks for itself, man. It speaks for itself. Eve, we are under rock bottom. First off, what does that mean? And secondly, if we have that amount of problems, then how come you were able to be successful enough when, we're having all these issues with race? But she's having these, difficult conversations. You were married to this. You married to this guy for what? 6 years. 6 years you were married to this guy, and y'all didn't have any quote unquote uncomfortable conversation. What are you talking about? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? That's my take on that, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure you follow me on the Twitter, man. Follow me on the Twitter, man. Follow me on the Twitter. But yeah, salute to the people who here who donated to the stream, to the phone callers. I appreciate the support, man. It means a lot. Y'all know what's crazy? Is that I notice when I don't talk about women aren't the focal point. I don't have a lot of people here, but I have the right people here. And that's been the best thing about it, because I know that when I talk about women, it's going to bring some of everybody here because they got to get their fix. Well, due to what's been going on with George Floyd, you haven't been able to get your fix. But I want to have real discussions that aren't just centered around women. I want to have real discussions where people can actually talk to each other and really try to figure out what is going on out here in the world. It is true. Okay, K. Patrick Cool has been tuned into the whole 2 hours. Yeah, but I noticed when the conversation ain't centered around women, there's a lot of missing people, especially black women. If I was to do a second stream after this, I'd probably have triple the numbers I have now. That's just the reality. But I have the right people here. And that's the only thing that matters, is that I have the right people listening to me. And y'all know what I'm saying is true. Y'all observed it. Yeah, Leah, yeah, you're a little late. I've been strong for almost 2 hours live. Salute to everybody that's here. R.I.P. to George Floyd. And yeah, man, let's all collectively get ourselves together, because we have a lot of life to live and we need to continue to live it. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure that you email me if there's a topic that I need to see. Shout out to Saliva, quality over quantity. The realists aren't popular. I appreciate that. And yeah, definitely. If there's one person that knows that, that's me. That's definitely me. All right. Y'all take care, and I'll see y'all on the next one. All right.
Quality over quantity. The realists aren't popular.